putting a dingle on my...
Whatever fits over my head.
It's so...
Well, I've got 12:58, so that's 2 minutes to go.
Conference group. Please enter your passcode followed by the pound key.
Business and golf, he's pretty occupied.
I think that makes sense.
Yes.
Or you just tell me how much more. Well, Gloria says we have 1 minute until 1 o'clock, so by the time I finish saying hi to everybody, hi everyone.
Hi, Dada. How are you?
Okay, so I hear Commissioner Correa. He's
And you hear
present.
Commissioner
Yes.
Conway.
Commissioner Conaway's on the phone. How about Commissioner Drexler? There she is. Commissioner Drexler? And Commissioner Gray has a family matter out of state, is not expected to be on the call, but just in case he got on somehow anyway, Commissioner Gray, are you on the call? Is it 1 o'clock now, Gloria?
Yes, it is.
It's now 1 o'clock. Welcome, everyone, to the September 9th, 2020 Delaware Public Service Commission meeting. Hopefully, everyone can hear me okay. Perhaps if I take off my mask, they can hear even better. We have the reading of the meeting minutes of August 19th. Any commissioner have any change or correction to those minutes? Hearing none, could we have a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
I so
So
move
moved.
that we approve the minutes.
Was that Commissioner Drexler who seconded?
Yes, second.
And she's present, obviously. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Hi.
Commissioner
Aye.
Conway? Commissioner Drexler?
Aye.
Aye.
So for the next time we vote, I'm going to call out the names individually for the vote. I think on that one, we're pretty safe to proceed. The motion carries. The consent agenda, does any commissioner desire to have any item on the consent agenda taken off the consent agenda and placed on the regular agenda? Commissioner Correa.
Move that we adopt,
Commissioner Conaway.
move that we adopt the consent agenda as presented.
I second it.
Thank you, Commissioner Correa. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, Commissioner Correa, how do you vote on the motion?
Yes.
Commissioner Conaway,
Yes.
Commissioner Drexler,
Yes.
and I vote yes as well. The consent agenda is adopted as submitted. The regular agenda, number one on the regular agenda is in the matter of the application of Delaware Power and Light Company for an increase in electric base rates and other miscellaneous tariff changes. And we have order number 9642 to consider. And on behalf of Delmarva Power and Light, I understand that we have Ms. Schultz. Ms. Schultz, please proceed.
Thank you, Chair Winslow. So, Commissioners, Delmarva filed the electric base rate application in this case on March 6th of 2020. It further supplemented its application with the filing of supplemental direct testimony on March 31st and April 17th, which updated the application with the additional 3 months of actual data as required by the Commission's regulations. The rate increase requested as amended is $26.9 million, which increase was duly noticed in 2 newspapers in general circulation in Delmarva's service territories, and a public comment hearing was held on August 4th. A second public comment hearing was also duly noticed and is scheduled for September 16th. The second hearing was ordered by hearing examiner Lawrence in light of apparent technical difficulties encountered by some due to the storm on the date of the first public comment hearing. On August 3rd, 2020, the company filed the petition before you today, the request to implement its requested rates subject to refund on October 6th, 2020, pursuant to 26 Delaware Code 306B. As you're aware, the code provides that a utility is statutorily authorized to implement its petition for rate increase if its rate increase filing is not determined within 7 months of the filing. This is an automatic statutory interim rate increase, and the proposed rate change is automatically effective subject to refund. The statute does provide that this is done upon posting with bond. However, with respect to the bond, in its opening order number 9566, dated April 23rd, 2020, the Commission waived the requirement that the company post a bond in connection with the implementation of the interim rates, and that was in ordering paragraph number 9. In addition, when the petition for rate increase is put into effect on October 6th, the DISIC rate will be reset to 0 at that time. It is Delmarva's understanding that staff has reviewed this request, does not oppose the request, and has prepared order number 9642 for your approval today. Delmarva has reviewed the proposed order and would request that the Commissioners enter said order today as proposed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Schultz. Mr. Geddes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the Commission. You have before you the proposed order as well as the memorandum of September 2nd from Joshua Bowman with regard to the application. If you have any questions with regard to it, we're prepared to answer any questions that you might have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Geddes. Ms. Iori? Mr. Slater?
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. The DPA has reviewed the order, and our changes have been incorporated. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Do we have Mr. McCormick on the line as well? Commissioners, we have Mr. Bowman present if you have any questions. Are there any questions whatsoever? Commissioner Drexler, could you make a motion, please?
Motion to approve order number 9642 as presented.
May we have a second?
Second the motion?
I thought that was a Labrador Retriever seconding the motion.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so is there any, does he have any questions, or any of the commissioners have any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, we'll start with Commissioner Correa. Commissioner Correa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Conaway?
Yes.
Commissioner Drexler?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. The motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Schultz, Mr. Geddes, and Mr. Slater. And Mr.
Thank you very much.
Number 2 is in the matter of the provision of standard offer supply to retail consumers in the service territory of Delmarva Power and Light Company. We have before us proposed order 9645, and we also have Dawn Kurtz Crompton from representing Delmarva Power and Light.
Thank you, Chair Winslow and Commissioners. Good afternoon. This is Dawn Kurtz Crompton on behalf of Delmarva Power and Light. With me on the line today is Diana Novak, who is a Senior Energy Acquisition Analyst for Petco Holdings, Inc. You have in front of you today for consideration Order 9645, which approves Delmarva Power's proposed changes to the SOS procurement process. By way of background, on August 17, 2020, Delmarva submitted to the Commission its proposed changes to the upcoming 2021 SOS procurement cycle and procurement process in Delaware. This included minor changes to both the RFP and the full requirements service agreement that are outlined in staff's memo and the proposed order. Delmarva held an SOS procurement improvement process meeting for its interested stakeholders on August 5, 2020, and did not receive any objections to its proposed changes. On August 25, Delmarva submitted a revised filing, which included a minor corrective edit to the RFP document, and that revised filing is what has been presented to you today for your consideration. Delmarva thanks staff and Ms. Knotts for their preparation of this proposed order and memo, and appreciates that we were afforded the opportunity to comment. Delmarva is in agreement with the form of order presented to you today, and therefore respectfully requests that the Commission approve Order 9645 as submitted. Unless the Commission has any questions for me or Ms. Novak, that concludes my remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, do you have any questions? Mr. O'Brien.
Thank you, Chair Winslow and Commissioners. Bill O'Brien on behalf of Commission staff. Yes, you have before you proposed Order 9645, and you also have staff's memo dated August 25th from Jenny Board. We are here to answer any questions for you, but staff agrees with Delmarva's recitation of the background as well as the proposed changes. And so staff does support the Commission's entrance of proposed Order 9645. Thank you.
Commissioners, any questions? I assume not. Thank you, Mr. O'Brien. Ms. Iowuli or Mr. Slater?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The DPA likewise agreed with the proposed form of order and asked that you approve order number 9645. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Slater. Commissioners, any questions or perhaps a motion to approve?
I move that we adopt order number 9645.
Second the motion.
Is there any discussion on the motion to approve 9645? Hearing none, Commissioner Correa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Conaway?
Yes.
Commissioner Drexler?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. The motion carries. Thank you very much, Ms. Kurtz-Crompton and Mr. O'Brien and Mr. Slater. Next is the hearing schedule, and I notice that we don't have any hearings scheduled for today. Next is the public comment session. Is there anyone out there from the public that wishes to make a public comment? I note that there's no one in the room. Dr. Brewer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. I have three brief announcements. One is, as just mentioned a little while ago, there is a public comment session in PSC docket number 20-0149 in the matter of the application of Delmarva Power and Light Company for an increase in electric base rates and other miscellaneous tariff changes. This will be held via teleconference on Wednesday, September 16th, 2020 at 6 p.m. And the call-in information will be provided later. There will also be a hearing in PSC regulation docket number 19-0713 in the matter of the adoption of rules to establish an excavation damage prevention program. This will be held here at 861 Silver Lake Boulevard, Suite 100, Dover, Delaware 19904 on Wednesday, September 30th, 2020 at 1 p.m., which also happens to be in the next commission meeting, September 30th, 2020, and that meeting also, as of now, will be held via teleconference because of the governor's emergency orders. That is all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Dr. Brewer. I appreciate your comments. Commissioners, is there anything else before we adjourn the meeting? Hearing none, we wish Commissioner Gray well in his work down in DC with family, and we wish everyone a safe day, and we'll